I'm afraid I'm going to fall off the chair.
We're here. It's 11.
We're here somewhere.
I just saw somebody ask if we were going to be live at 11. It is 11.
It's
just,
11.
We're
just
I just have to touch the button. And there's also
We're
like
here.
a 10
See?
or 15 second delay. There's a delay, so it takes a second for it to go. So we're here.
Hi, guys. Jill, yes, there's a live at 11. 11
Here we are.
No, it's 11. It's still 11.
It's still 11.
Yeah.
Yes. It just takes us a minute. If we're not going to be live, then that preview thing won't be up. And I would tell you guys. I try to. Sometimes people forget anyway. And then they're like, I've been looking all day. And I'm like, well, it's not there. Because we told you we were on vacation. But we're not going anywhere.
No.
So, alrighty.
Good morning, everyone.
Are you all right? Barb's riding the struggle bus today. She's having some problems.
Got attacked by
you got
a dog.
Viciously attacked by a dog who was not vicious.
No, far from it. Just too friendly. Oh well.
How big is he?
80 pounds. 80 pounds
Barb,
of muscle wet.
Barb got run over by an 80-pound bulldozer, so
exactly.
She's dealing with some ankle problems at the moment. So of course, Barb's little legs have to get into the tall chair that has wheels that swivels. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I should give you this one. At least it's steady. It doesn't have wheels on.
I'm good.
She's here, but she cannot get down.
No.
Ever. That's dedication right there. Comes in injured.
Oh dear.
So I have my teeny tiny post-it note of random things to not
is that
forget.
What you were writing
I was writing.
Yes.
Well, because it's an old post-it note that needs to go in the garbage. And what am I going to do with this? I'm just cheap. Because I couldn't find my pad of post-it notes. I think they're out there somewhere.
So we got a question already.
Yeah,
Yeah, Cindy.
Boy. Oh, okay. Questions.
You want to hear it?
I sure.
Do you have to treat your cork before sublimating on it?
That's a question that I really can't answer in a brief. That's like a whole. Do I know? But you can't sublimate directly on cork. It's a very long-winded answer that I really am not prepared to explain right at the moment.
Google it. Is that the answer?
No, because you won't find anything.
Oh, okay.
No, you don't have to treat it, but no, you can't sublimate directly on cork. Yes, I plan on doing a video, but I have a lot of other things going on. And
just a few.
Aside from not wanting to sound like a jerk, doing videos like that, as they are helpful to other people, are not profitable or good with my time management. So it will happen when it happens, but it's not like at the top of my list. I have other things that are like higher than that. But yeah, it's a very long-winded answer, and I really don't want to deal with it right now today, so I'm sorry, but
sorry, Cindy.
No, you don't have to treat it, but no, you can't sublimate directly on cork. That is why, for all of you who have been asking, where are the prints, like the small batch of them that I brought to Tennessee, why aren't they on the website yet? Because I am still trying out the third option. That's how I have been sublimating a few months.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I have no idea. It's much more of a process than I was anticipating. I guess I misunderstood certain things, and I thought it was going to be like print it, sublimate it, sell it. And it's not. There's a multiple step process that needs to happen regardless of how it's done. It's not like on a tumbler. I have Tumblr here for another reason. On a tumbler, you print, you wrap it, you heat it, it's done. And so cork does not work that way, because cork is a natural product. And if you read anything about sublimation, one of the first things that will come up is you cannot sublimate on cotton, because people want to make sublimation prints to put on t-shirts. You can't sublimate directly on cotton. Again, you can, but it's a process. It's not a simple print it, stick it, heat it. It's just, and because cork is also a natural product, it's a scientific thing, and I'm not really a scientific kind of a person, if you have not figured that out yet. I write purse patterns for a living. That is what I wrote to my friend last night, who was randomly asking me about science teachers we had in 7th grade. I was like, Stephanie, are you drinking? Why are you asking me about this? I was like, I don't remember. She's whack job. She's a good whack job, but she's crazy. I got a lot of text messages about our science teachers from like 7th grade. I said, where is this coming from? But anyway, I don't know a lot of the science. I know that sublimation has to do with gases and heat, and I don't. That literally, it's something about turning inks into gases, and you're asking the wrong person. I still can't wrap my brain around the fact that heat makes things expand, but it in the dryer it shrinks your clothes. I don't understand how that works.
That's
So yeah, gravity still blows my mind. So these are not questions that I am prepared to answer right
this one
now.
you might be able to answer
Oh
though.
God, I don't know. We're already going downhill real
If
quick,
you
and it's
can't answer this
11:05.
one, you need to go home and take a nap.
Can I just go home and take a nap anyway? It's been a long week.
Will you be at So Magical in Vegas?
No, I can't answer that because I don't know.
Oh, jeez. When is it?
I don't know. It's next year.
Oh, okay. I thought it
Listen.
was one of the ones this year.
Kayla Lee, if you're listening right now, damn it, you need to give me information. They want to know. I need to know.
Uh-huh.
The only thing that I know for next year, the only thing that I know is the 2 shows because I get to choose to be at them. Everything else that they have lined up for So Magical, number 1, they have not listed dates, which is annoying, Kayla, if you're listening. And number 2, they haven't formally invited anybody, or if they did, I wasn't one of those people, and maybe that's my answer. I have no idea. So I have a plan. Next month, when we're in St. Louis, I'm going to get Kayla drunk, and I'm going to get all the information out of her because I need to know. I need this information. You need this information. It needs to happen.
We need to
So
know.
do I want to go to So Magical in Vegas? Hell yeah, I want to go. I absolutely, and it has nothing to do with where it is or anything. I enjoy all of the So Magical events. I want to go to all of them, with one exception because it doesn't make sense for me. I want to go to all of them, but I have to be invited. The shows, because you pay to be there, they'll let me come. So I will be at the 2 shows in August and September, or whenever they are. I know one.
So Magical, you don't
August
pay to be
and
at?
October. So Magical what?
You don't pay to be at?
No, I get paid because it's a teaching event.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So Magical expos are more like an equivalent to like a quilt show. So technically I don't have to pay because I'm paying because I'm a vendor.
Right.
But I could also not do that and just teach. But if I'm going to teach somewhere, I like to vend because it just makes the most sense. Unless I'm so jam-packed with classes that I won't ever be in the booth, which that actually never really happens. I usually have like a good balance.
Yeah.
But So Magical and the cruises and all the other stuff, the retreats and all the other things, because they're not vending events, they're teaching events, they have to invite you because they have to ask you to come. So hopefully I get asked to come, but I don't
butter her up.
I'm trying really hard. I'm trying as hard as I can. No, Kayla and I are great. Like we have a very good relationship, but you know, I jokingly asked her when, half jokingly, I was like, okay, I'm kidding, but really I'm going to pester you.
Yeah.
And I asked her when we were in Tennessee and she kind of gave me like a half an answer, like, why do you want to go? And I'm like, yes, that's why I'm asking. Really? And then she continued eating her lunch and that was the end of the conversation. So Kayla is just a box of secrets and I need to unlock it. So as soon as I am allowed to tell you anything that I know, and at this moment I know nothing, I will tell you, but yeah, I don't know anything. I don't even know when it is. I'm going to assume, this is the only thing, and assuming is never right. I'm going to assume that any of those events are more than 6 months away from now because of planning and logistics. I'm going to assume that nothing is happening like January or February. Could I be wrong? Probably. I'm wrong a lot. But that's my assumption, that there's got to be, because August, September, October, November, January, February. So maybe that would be the earliest anything could happen. You know what I mean? Because you need time to plan.
You need time. Yeah.
And 6 months. I was asked to go to St. Louis in February and it's in August. So March, April, May, June, July, August. So I give 6 months as like the window. I don't know. I have no idea. I love that you tell me you're so confident that I'm going to answer that question. I can't answer anything.
Well, I was assuming it was this year. What can I tell you?
Will I be in St. Louis next month?
Yes. One that you may or may not be able to answer.
God. This is going to be a fun theme for today.
I'm going to So-O-Side Socation.
I've heard of it.
I think would love if you came out to that to vend.
Yes.
Yes.
I've heard of it. I know that it's on the West Coast. I don't really vend on the West Coast.
Vegas. She said it's in Vegas.
It's in Vegas. Well, Vegas to me is the West Coast. We live all the way on the East Coast. We live closer to the Atlantic Ocean than we do the West Coast.
That's for sure.
So, I could, but it all depends on timing and everything. And here's the thing to remember. Yes, I used to drive across the country. No, I have no desire to do that again. If I'm going to vend somewhere, I drive wherever that is, because it's really nerve-wracking shipping things. Plus, it means I have to bring so little amount of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And shipping is so expensive. Shipping freight is insanely expensive. And then they also charge you fees for moving stuff and delivering things. It's just a whole thing. So I would rather just drive. So I don't care where I drive. And if Eric's with me, he doesn't care where we drive because he'll drive for days without stopping. But it has to make sense. If it's something where I'm just vending, probably not going to do it. If it's something where there's another thing I can tie in, like teaching or going somewhere else, I might do it. But I'll look into it and see what the dates are and see if they line up with something, or don't overlap with something I have going on. So, yeah. I'm not giving you a lot of answers today, and it's not because I'm trying to be vague, because I don't have the answers. I just don't have the answers. I'm also going on so little sleep this week that I don't even know what my name is. So good luck today.
Hi, Joe.
So
you'll answer anything.
I can do that. So is that all?
So far.
I already see where you guys are taking this one. You're having a little bit too much fun with this. Okay, so let's go over some things. We have some new stuff on the website. Oh, sneeze.
God bless you.
Okay, it went away.
And God bless you.
Unbless you. We have some new things on the website. I also have just a couple of little reminders. And then I have a little surprise for you that the Patreons already know about, but you guys do not. So not to be a downer or anything, but please, I'm asking all of you, and I'm asking you if you could spread the word to the universe. A lot of information that you email us about or message me about or need is on our website. So don't be afraid to read stuff before you contact us. And I've said this so many times in the past. I'm just going to say it again because I know we always have new people. Please do not message me on Facebook. When you message me on Facebook or on Instagram, I have an automated message. I didn't write that moment. So it's telling you that I don't check here very often. You guys might think I'm on social media all the time. I'm not. And also notifications are weird. Notifications will literally pop up and then I can't find where it is and I don't know where it is and it gets hidden. And if you message me personally, it will get lost. I found a message randomly from like 5 months ago that some person sent me to my personal Facebook page. If we're not friends, I don't get a notification at all, like ever. And even if we are friends, sometimes they disappear. And if we're friends, you get like pushed aside because my husband is sending me 50,000 TikToks a day. So I don't see notifications. All I see is Eric Vandenberg. I'm like, stop it. I'm like, stop messaging me. So it's the worst way to get a hold of me. And personally, I think the worst way to get a hold of any business, unless you absolutely have been told to do it that way, just send me an email. And what I did, most of you have my email address. There's also a contact form. I put our order email on the top of the homepage because then one of us will see it. And if it's something Barb can answer and she's in there, she'll answer it. Because then you're not just emailing me, because my inbox gets so full that I don't get a chance to answer everything. I have emails that I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't answer that. Or I think I answered you. And then I'm like, I didn't. I got an email last night and I'm sitting there going, I think I emailed her before. Did I get an answer? Did I send her an email? So yeah, I put that one on there. So especially if it's something about an order, that gives you a two-person chance of getting an answer.
There you go.
And if it's about where your order is because you have something back ordered or a template, templates are made to order still. That's not going to change. We're getting quicker because we have help, but it's the way that it is. It can take me from 1 day to 4 weeks to get templates done. It depends on our schedule. Right now, I'm waiting for acrylic to get delivered. There's a whole lot of factors that go into things. And when it comes to back ordered stuff, I base it off of what I'm told. Right now, 2 things, just so you can know what it's like running a business. I have a rule of Cork that has not been updated since the 12th. I have emailed this company and said, it still hasn't been updated. And it's like the 21st.
Yeah.
We're going on day 10. And the response I got was, well, it should be delivered. Okay, but it wasn't delivered because it doesn't even say it's in the US right now. So I can't help that. That has nothing to do with me. The other issue I'm having with another company is that they're behind. So I was told that last week our order would be ready to ship. Our order is now being printed. So things happen that we can't control. I can only control my own actions and sometimes Barb's. But that's it. I can't, I mean, you know, when I'm like, could you please ship this? That's about as far as that goes.
Yeah.
I can't control anything else. So I understand your frustration, but please also know that I'm probably just as frustrated. But if you read the information, you'll get 99% of the answers. And if you want to check in, check in. And side note, if you send me an insulting email, I will not respond to you because I don't have time for that. I will delete you.
There you go.
And that's how that goes.
Now, here's a question for you.
And then we're going to get into fun stuff. Now I'm done being a downer. Yes.
Here's a question for you. This could be a little bit of a downer.
Do I want to hear this then?
Well,
oh boy.
There's a potential UPS strike.
Oh, I know about that already.
But how's that going to affect us if they do go on strike?
The only way that that's going to affect us is that when I go to check out somewhere, I just might have to pay differently, or might be a different factor. 90% of the time I do have. There's only one company that exclusively uses UPS. We have already been in contact because I was like, you need to let me know before this ships because they are in Portugal. And I'm like, before you ship this, let me know because we may or may not be going on strike, and they're not. It's just here.
Right.
So,
but if it gets here,
I have the option to send that FedEx or some other way. So yeah, I knew about that already.
FYI for you people.
But there's a lot of stuff that you don't know about that goes on behind the scenes, and I don't share every single bit of it, but you do know that I share a lot of stuff, because sometimes, I mean, I said this to Barb this morning because we were talking about just people in general. I do believe that there are more good people in this world than crummy people. But the crummy ones are the ones that will never understand or read the information or do anything. And they're probably not here right now watching. They're probably because they don't like me or they have something better to complain about. They're emailing someone else that they're mad at. But I'm just saying it in case it gets to their ears that maybe one of them will go, okay, I guess I could try to be nicer. Probably not. But maybe you are friends with one of them and you can tell them to chill out. You can say, listen, sit down, slow your roll, but probably not.
Here's a positive thing.
Do it, because I got stuff
Holly
to show
says she took your good information and got an HD9 a couple of months ago and so loves it.
Isn't that awesome? That's so awesome. I'm so happy. And Mary Ellen might be watching with her sister. If she is, hi, Cindy. Mary Ellen got her, she doesn't comment a lot. She got her HD9 and brought it here because we had our first weekend class, which has now turned into, I don't call it a class anymore. It's our mini retreat. Because it kind of is. Like, to me, a retreat is when you set up and you get to leave your stuff. Yeah. And you get to hang out for the weekend. So, unfortunately for our weekend, we started out with many more people and things happened, personal lives get in the way, it happens, sickness, all that kind of stuff. And it ended up by Sunday just being me and Charlie and Mary Ellen. That was who was left at the end, but it was wonderful. We missed everybody that wasn't here, but it was such a nice weekend. It was just, I actually sewed for the whole weekend. I got to work on stuff. It was just so much fun. And then we were just talking about everything, just random things and just having a great time. We actually stayed here. I didn't realize what time it was. We were supposed to be done at 4. And all of a sudden Charlie goes, it's after 5. And I was like, well, I'm not leaving until I sew this one seam that's been bugging me all day. We didn't leave here 5:45. So, I mean, it just, time gets away from you when you're enjoying yourself. And we were having so much fun. And it was awesome. So there are more classes and weekends on the website, and there's plenty of hotels within 1 mile to 10 minutes from here that you could stay at. And, you can come and hang out with us and you get a whole table to yourself. And it's really fun. And we're trying to convince Barb to come to some, but Barb has a lot going on.
I was going to try, but
the next one,
away from me
time gets away from you. The next one is already full. And I have a waiting list. I feel like you.
Don't you?
I'm like, I have a waiting list.
From the best.
I do, you know. So that's very exciting. I'm like, I have a waiting list.
This
So-
question I can answer.
Go right ahead.
Karen says, if I don't care if I wait, can I back order and in-stock Cork together? Why, of course you can.
Absolutely.
I'd rather have them together, but I can catch both items in stock at the same time. And can I save you shipping? You definitely will.
Yes, and we appreciate that. So
Exactly.
here's a quick little, again, so you know what's going on, okay? We have stuff on the website that's marked as back ordered, the Cork.
Yep.
The reason it's marked as back ordered and it's not listed as sold out, because like if you go to the kits page, for instance, it'll say sold out
Mhm.
because we don't have all the stuff to make those kits anymore. We may or may not get them back. The Cork, the reason it says back ordered with an expected, which is a tentative
Yes.
date, is because I want you to know, since you
It's
know
coming.
some of our Cork gets discontinued very quickly, not by us, by the manufacturer. I want you to know that you're going to get it again. And so basically what you're doing is you're kind of pre-ordering it. You're like, okay, that's out of stock, but I really want a piece. I'm going to order it and pay for it right now.
Mhm.
Then when it comes in, you're one of the first people to get it.
Right.
If you have, let's just say right now, you really want some dragonflies, they're on back order, but you need black. You have to finish a project. Don't order them together
Right.
because automatically we're going to pull the black so you get it and we're going to set it on the table and it's going to wait. So if you're like, I don't care when I get either one of them, I'm going to make something together, order it as one. If you order it as two, yes, we are shipping two different things,
Mhm.
but it makes it easier for both of us depending on who's shipping, which it's usually Barb, but sometimes she goes on vacation. But then it's not mark this sheet, put it aside, pack
Yeah.
everything. Then we're like, okay, this is a bunch of back ordered stuff, put it aside, we'll hang on to it until it comes in. This is stuff that needs to go out. That order is done. It's marked
Mhm.
completed. We don't have to think about it anymore. And sometimes things are marked out of stock because we have like a single piece of it.
Mhm.
And if Barb sees that you have one back order item and we have it, she'll grab it. So sometimes
Yeah.
you order something on back order and you get it and you're like, well, that's weird. Because sometimes she'll tell me we have one sheet left and I'm like, that's going to sell out. I don't
Yeah.
want to oversell it and disappoint someone. So I'll mark it out of stock.
Mhm.
That's the system. It might not make sense to a lot of you, but when it's marked as sold out, you don't know if it's ever coming back in or when it's coming back in.
Right.
So I just like to let you know it's on order. It will be here. Everything that says end of July, it's not
Maybe.
technically the end of July yet. We have 10 more days. We are hopeful, but it could go into the beginning of August. So just be flexible. That's all. That's all.
Mhm.
And just read that information and absorb that before you order. And then you're really, really disappointed. And if something happens and you're like, I messed up and I actually need this stuff, I'm running my own business, send me an email. I'm a reasonable
Yeah.
person. I will gladly work with you when I can. But again, the more you yell at me, the less likely you are to get what you want from me. I don't
That's
respond
true.
well to that. If
Mm-mm.
you're like, hey, I screwed up and I have someone and I didn't know she needed it and I ordered it and this is on back order, could you possibly ship it? I'm like, I'm going to be nice to you. I'm generally a nice person. For the most part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Barb's like, most of the time.
I'm
It's
a
like,
nicer one though.
it's like a
Right?
60-40. Oh, way nicer. Barb's but you're way nicer on a consistent basis.
Yes.
I'm nice for the most part. I'm really only mean to people that are mean to me first.
That's true.
I'm
That's very
generally
true.
like, I'm not like an unhappy, cranky person
Nope.
where I'm like, whose day can I ruin
Yeah,
now?
no, definitely
I
not.
don't want to be one of those
No.
people. I think they have a lot of wrinkles. I imagine they have a lot of gray hairs. So that just sounds awful. So, okay. We have new stuff. So do we have any more questions?
Not right now.
Okay. So listen up because it's going to be good. So I'm going to start here.
I'm excited.
I'm going to start here for a reason. The tumblers are not new. You know that we have those already. So you see all these bags. I made that into acrylic so that we could have jewelry.
Bad earrings.
So it's all shrunk down. It's tiny. I mean, these
bags.
things are teeny tiny because I wanted as many bags on a piece as I could get. This looks like Swiss cheese, but
Oh yeah.
this is after you've been cutting stuff from it. But that's how little it is. So it's all tiny little purses. Also, I learned a lot about Illustrator after I did this. So when it's time to redo it,
That's right.
I'm smarter. But that's a good thing. We all need to grow. So
They're so cute.
if you go to the I was holding in a burp, I'm sorry. If you go to a to any website. No, to my website. If you go to the handmade items page, all the basic earring styles, all the teardrops, the little ovals, I forget, I think there's like 6 or 7. If you go to the drop down menu now, bag maker is listed on there. So you can get any of those. I have bracelets I have to photograph. They're super cute. I'm working through the longest list possible. I have this to-do list that is unbelievable. Every time I take something off, I add 2 more things. Because ever since I got back from Tennessee, I'm like on this mission to get stuff done. So that's number 1. That is there. You can go shop right now for that. Second thing, and the Patreons already got this, because if you're a Patreon, this is one of your perks that you get everything first.
Mhm.
So if you were on the fence and thinking maybe I want to join Patreon, that is one of the perks. There's discount codes for patterns in there. Sometimes they get like a little bonus discount code. They get videos without commercials first. Commercials, ads, same difference, whatever. They get those first and they get them ad free. They get everything offered to them first. It's a perk. I mean, they pay me every month. So, I mean, it's a nice little perk. So we did not get any of this vinyl. Please don't ask. This is from Lauren's website. If she restocks it, I hope she does. I will get more. Well, I will get more for myself. You can go get it yourself. It's out of stock. So this is not one of the ones that you will get, but I have the ones that we have. I wanted to show you that all the vinyl and cork kits are this size. So if you want to make a big one, you have enough to do that. But if you want to make a smaller one, you can cut it down. It's up to you. I wanted to make sure you had the most options. So you have, no, you can't have that one. I like that one. We went through this last week. So you have enough in your kit to do a big pouch. One of you is going to win, Barb. She's going to be a prize. I'm telling you. Because we're so close.
You have to pay shipping.
We're so... Maybe somebody in Hawaii will, and I'll hand deliver you.
Okay,
that'll
be that
great.
Sounds like good. That's a good deal.
So
I'm ready.
The kits are on the kits page of the website, and just so you can see like what one of them looks like, you get your vinyl, which you will cut in half. The measurements are in the listing, and they're also in the video, so you have them twice. So you get your piece of vinyl, you get your 2 pieces of cork. So you got to cut the vinyl, the cork, you'll have to trim it down. And you get your zipper and your zipper pull. And it's all in there and it's all rolled up pretty-ish. You know, I do the best I can.
She did all this herself.
I did all this.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Well, I did all this myself. Eric was here yesterday and this was supposed to be his job, but he took on another job, which I think you'll be very happy about. So these are the kits. So when you go to the kits page, you will see 4 listings. We don't have just 4. I had to do them in clusters because they're numbered. So every bag has a number on it so that we know what one to mail out. There are 58 kits and some multiples. So there's 60 some odd kits minus whatever the Patreons already bought. So there's a ton of them. Go through the listings, scroll through, see which ones you want. They're mostly florals, and I can show you. I have some scraps here. And I'm not throwing these out, even though I have no idea what to do with these small scraps, but they're real cute. I might be making tiny boxy pouches. They're mostly florals. This one's one of my favorites. But there's also a couple of, there's a lot of purples and pinks. This one has navy. I mean, I had so many things running through my head last night. I was like, ooh, we could sew them all together. I don't know why. Yeah. There's peaches. Look at the peaches. Aren't they so cute? There's peaches, flowers. There's little mermaid scales. There's, because this is what we got. And there's some blues, some pinks. They're kind of girly because I'm kind of girly. That's just how it is. Obviously, if you have your own vinyl, you can do whatever you want with it. But if you don't, or you want to get a kit, you have it. This, in case you're wondering, this is TPU. So this is, so the difference, I learn a lot of things too. TPU versus PVC. You will see both of those out there. So this one, for instance, this is the one that I made. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's out there. This is PVC. So it's a little heavier. It's a little bit stiffer. I still can sew it on my domestic. This is TPU, which is a little bit softer and a little thinner. The main difference is that PVC is sturdier. It's better for like a bigger, like I was making a tote bag.
Yeah.
These are good for small projects. Not that you couldn't make a tote bag, but it's not going to have as much body. So these are TPU. So if you don't care, that's
What's
fine.
that stand for?
I have no idea.
I just wanted to test you.
The prettiest umbrella. I don't know what anything means.
Shelley tells me I'm not sneaky enough. I'm not supposed to try to steal things on camera.
She's an unstoppable force. I don't know what to do with her. It's just the way that it is. So there are 2 kits in particular. I will not tell you which ones that I really want to keep. So if you don't buy those 2, I won't be heartbroken. But I'm not going to tell you which 2. I will actually get a little excited if somebody's like, "Ooh, that's my favorite too." So there's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of them, and almost every single one has.
Thank you for not spitting on me.
You're welcome. A different color cork. There's a couple that have quantity of 2, and I think there's one that had a quantity of 3. But for the most part, let me get this out before you tell me anything else. For the most part, they are one of a kind. I do not have any intention of restocking them. I'm telling you right now, when they are gone, they're gone. I do not, as of this moment, July 21st, I have no intention of restocking them. If in the future I change my mind, I will let you know, obviously, but I don't plan on it. This is not like our main thing. I am not selling the vinyl separately. Please do not ask me if you can buy a roll of it. No, I did it for the kits because you have to roll this. It becomes tedious and cumbersome, and the rolls are big. No. So they are in kits only. When the kits are sold out, they're gone. End of story. I'm done. I'm moving on with my life. We're moving on to another project. Now go ahead.
I know what TPU stands for.
Oh, somebody told you?
Thermoplastic polyurethane.
Thank you, Mary, because I had no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that falls under the category of science.
Yeah, forget it.
No, that's going to be a no for me. Yeah. That's going to be a solid no for me. So, yeah. It just brings me back to high school again. Conversations I had with my guidance counselor who said how much sense I did not make. I was like, I understand. And he was like, people that are math oriented, and you're like, I was like 3 years ahead in math. I was in a senior class when I was in 9th grade. I had seniors that were still struggling to pass this math course. And I'm like, that's easy.
Yeah.
People that are math oriented tend to do well with science because they go together. Not the case here. I barely pass her in science.
I won a trophy for a science fair.
Yeah, I've never won a trophy in my life except for the one that Eric bought for me. So this random conversation that happens with my friend Stephanie from high school last night, she goes, "Who was our physics teacher?" And I was like, okay, I have a terrible memory to begin with. I didn't take physics. I didn't have to, so I didn't. I was like, I took 3 art classes my senior year. I was like, Steph, I didn't take physics. I was like, you took physics. I didn't take that. I don't even know what physics entails. I don't know. My sister is getting her PhD in chemistry, and I don't know anything that girl says. I don't understand a single word that comes out of her mouth. So yeah, science, not my thing. That's not why you're here, but I told you anyway. So, okay. 2 more things. And then
that's all on that little teeny note.
And that's all.
Wow.
Yes, because I told him that and that and that and that and that. Not that and not that. See?
Good job.
So I'm going to share a little something I worked on. I'm not going to show you anything. These are just words. But the first one of you that asked me when, I'm cutting you off. I'm blocking you on social media. So I worked on 2 new patterns, which I never do. I mean, not never. I used to. I don't anymore. I usually do 1 at a time. I worked on 2 new patterns over the weekend. Neither one of them is done, written, video. So don't ask. Don't ask. But I have to tell you, because this was a funny conversation that we were having during the sewing weekend. And I will probably share this again when this pattern is done, but just so you know the level of disorganization that lives inside of me. In November of 2021, almost 2 years ago, we're going on a year and a half, I started a pattern at a retreat. I wrote notes. I was all ready to go. It was going to be the next pattern that I wrote. That did not happen. 2022 was a horrible year. So everything kind of kept getting put off. In the meantime, I lost my notebook.
That's right.
That was the
yeah.
pink notebook. I lost it.
Did you find it?
I did. So that notebook went MIA for
Wow.
so long. And I found it at some time last year or this year. It was randomly put in a pile of like other stuff that went into a cabinet of fabric.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you're looking for something,
Look where your fabric
look
is.
where your fabric is, because I pulled this pile out going, what is this? And as I'm looking through it, there's the notebook. I have no idea why it was in there. It was probably like a scramble and clean stuff up kind of thing. So I found the notebook. Oh no, it was last year. I did find it last year. So at a virtual retreat last year in November. So now we're in November 2022. I start working on this pattern again. Because I'm like bound and determined to get this pattern done. I show a couple of them. I remember Cheryl Taylor saying, that's like my ideal purse. And I was like, I know, it's great. Then I didn't work on it again because for the second time, I lost all the information.
Oh God, Jessica.
I know I've written it down more than once. I made templates. I lost everything. Part 2. So now in July of 2023, I'm like, I'm getting this thing done. I'm taking pictures of everything. I'm writing stuff. I'm in the computer. I am a mess. I am an absolute mess. That's what happens outside. Imagine what happens in here. So for the third time, I'm going to try to get this pattern done. So I started working on that and a brand new pattern at the same time. So I'm hopeful that one of them will be released sometime soon.
It would be lovely.
It would maybe August. We'll see, So, well, it's writing patterns isn't the only thing that I do,
No kidding.
But, and it's a lot of pressure that people want new patterns every minute. And I will not put out junk. So you can want a new pattern every 5 minutes. I'm not putting one out there because I don't want it to be garbage. I want it to be good. I want it to be worth the wait. So we'll see if it is. This one's only been like 3 years in the making. So don't worry. It'll be great. Any more questions?
Cheryl says she'll be your personal assistant.
Oh, if only. Listen,
Yeah.
if somebody wants to come here and help me with all of the things that I'm not very good at, it would be fine. The job does not pay very well, if at all. And you will have to deal with me, which is just a lot in its own.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. It's up to you what you want to do. So,
Shelley wants it, but she lives too far away.
she does live too far away.
Yeah.
So
But Pam's excited for more patterns.
you should be
See?
excited.
They're all
You
excited
will be
for
excited.
patterns.
Also, tone that down, set it aside, don't ask. And please just understand that I can't. I would love to do like 12 patterns a year. I had somebody, well, multiple somebodies. Let's do a bag of the month club. And I was like,
Gosh.
absolutely not. I cannot. I will be fine on month 1, and by month 2 it will fall apart. So no,
Yeah, that's
going to be a no. Unless I had our team of writers, which I don't. I have us. This is the team. So it's not
I'm
going to
not
happen.
very good at writing patterns.
No, you're not very good at reading them either.
Exactly.
We've discovered that.
Yes, I don't like to read them. I like to scan them and get the gist of it.
She's like, yeah, that looks good. Here you
Jess,
go.
what do I do next?
Well, Eric said to me yesterday when he was in the middle of the last thing I'm going to show you, he goes, does this look good? And I'm walking past the cutting table, like he's on my side and I'm going to the bathroom. And I said, yep. And he goes, did you even look? And I was like, yep. I was like, just
Yeah,
keep
see?
going. That's how you read patterns. It's the same thing.
Exactly, I do. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's why I don't only make your patterns when I'm with you, because that way I can say, Jess, what do I do?
That's not what you say. You go, could you do this for me? I'm going to tell them all. Okay.
Let's see. You can name it the Took Forever bag.
Oh, it's going to just be called, it's done. That's what it's going to be called.
Yeah. Oh, now Tricia wants to be the assistant to Cheryl and Shelley. We're going to have a big party here pretty soon.
We are going to have a big party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gosh.
I mean, technically we are having a party, but it's
We
not until
are,
October.
yeah.
But we're going to have another party when everybody comes here. Everybody's going to come here. This is like hurricane relief. Everyone comes in and they're like, we're going to clean it all up. And then they get here and they're like, no, we're not. That's too much. This is worse than that. You are going to try to tame me and fix me. And no, it's not going to happen. It's been tried for years. It's not going to work.
Katie has an idea.
Oh, God.
There is a bag of the month club that does fall and spring patterns, I believe. And it is a different designer every month. Maybe you could get in on that.
They don't like me. So This is another again another invite only thing, and since they won't invite me, it's
Yeah, they don't want you. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, listen, I'm not gonna lie about it. Like, I don't know any of them. I shouldn't say they don't like me. Maybe they don't like me. I have no idea. I don't know them, but they have not invited me to their super secret fun bag club. That's all I'm saying. So, when we're done,
At the end, can I put in a plug for Adirondack Quilts?
yeah, absolutely. I just want to.
Because there are some local people around.
I don't know if any of you might know what this is.
I know what it is.
It's
Pot.
it appears
in a 5-pound bag.
Just like my jeans. So it appears maybe once a year. It goes real quick, just about as quick as Barb's retreat signups.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like the little, what's that little groundhog? It shows its shadow like once a year and then it goes away. So Eric,
it's that once a year.
Eric put these together for all of you. He was here for a very long time yesterday, finishing them up after a very long day to start. Eric had a lot of things going on, but he came over here. He made a video to go along with this.
He made a video.
Oh yes, it's very funny. You got a funny TikTok video of Eric yesterday.
Yeah.
There's a better one coming today.
Oh jeez.
Is it out yet? No, it will be out when these are ready.
Oh, okay.
So this is your YouTube warning. I will be putting one on the rest of social media when we're done at 2 p.m. So I'm giving you as much time as I can.
Like,
at 2 p.m. today, Eastern, New York time. These Cork scrap bags, if you didn't know, that's what they are. Yep. Ready, packed. They just need a shipping label to come to your house. These will be on the website. I'm probably going to put them on the Cork page, just right up at the top, because once they're gone, they're gone. This is when I think the last ones we did were at our open house last October.
Yeah.
So these have not been around since then, and probably won't be around again for a while.
Next year.
Till now, it takes us months and months and months to accumulate scraps, and then it takes hours and hours of cutting things apart and putting them together. And because we try to give you a variety, you get strips, you get little chunks, you get pieces. As long as it's smaller than something we can sell, you get it. So Eric went through and very carefully, he said, I tried to make sure that everybody got a nice variety. He did a very good job. He's never done them before.
No.
And it is a pain in the neck. It's not my favorite job, which is also why it waits. But the boxes were overflowing to the point that it was making me crazy. So Eric spent probably about 6 hours yesterday doing those for all of you. So they will be on the website. They will be on the Cork page. When they are gone, they're gone. And when they come back, they come back. But it will not be anytime soon.
No.
So this is your warning. If you want one, they're limited quantities. 2 p.m. I will hit publish. Once they're gone, and they're shipped out and they go away. I always get asked, can I buy more than one? I don't care. I don't care at all. I don't put rules on it.
Yep.
Can I buy them if I don't live in the United States? No, please don't. Because the shipping is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's unfair to both of us. So please, this is a US only thing for the scraps. If you've never gotten a scrap bag before, they're not like scraps. Like, here you go.
Yeah.
They're chunks. Like they're big usable pieces.
Yeah.
I've had people make so many projects from them. I have people that still have leftovers and then they buy more. I think we were in a virtual once and Charlie made like a daybreak all from scraps from the scrap bag. So I mean, there's good pieces in there. I don't send you my garbage. I'm not sending you like little, strips of nothing. So 2 p.m. they will be on there. When they're ready to go, you'll also get a bonus video of Eric. I do have permission to upload it. It's pretty funny. We were both laughing about it last night. Hopefully they don't mute the sound because you can hear music in the background and you need to turn the volume up. So hopefully they don't mute it because it has a song in it. It's really funny. But even if they don't, even if they do, Eric has some great dance skills. That's all I can tell you.
Oh gosh.
You'll enjoy it.
Oh god.
You'll enjoy it very much.
Okay.
I was like, I'm posting that. And he was like, whatever. So that was your warning. The Patreons again got it first. And so, but we still have a lot left over. So he was like going crazy last night, packing and packing. He was just doing as many as he could. So 2 p.m. And that's all I can tell you.
Karen's not even going to go to the gym today, so she can get one.
These things, this is that thing, but like, I imagine with your retreats, you never imagined it would be like that.
Yeah,
But you're like, people are just like, where is it? And it's just like,
Exactly.
it's crazy because I'm like, it's like it's a surprise. You don't know what you're gonna get, but
Exactly.
it's hysterical how like I think the last time it was like under 40 minutes that they
Oh,
sold
yeah,
out. It was
probably.
like so quick.
Yeah.
People were like, I had it in my cart and I didn't even get to check out and someone took it. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's first come, first serve. All I can do is tell you that. I will post it in case you are not here watching. And that's the best. It's like the Hunger Games. And, you know, may the odds be ever in your favor. I don't know what else to tell you. So I think that was everything. It was a very, very busy week. Why is my to-do list not any shorter? I have no idea.
Because you keep adding things.
I do.
That brain never stops.
And no, it does not. And if I don't write it down, then it doesn't
Yeah.
happen. So there's the to-do list has like random things and it has like things that are in bold. Then it has things that are in bold and underlined. It's just chaotic.
Crazy girl. I don't know.
So
anyways,
I think that's going to be it for today.
Except I just want to say one.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's it for me.
For any of you local people.
Yes, tell them. I don't even know.
Adirondack Quilts is having a grand opening on August 30th of their new classroom.
That's right. They just built a new classroom.
They did, and it is beautiful. And it's from 11 to 4.
Okay.
There's going to be wine and, how do you say that word? Charcuterie?
Charcuteries.
That's it. That kind of a word.
Charcuteries.
And yeah, they're going to give a tour of all the new things that are going on. And charcuterie? Is that what it is? I don't know.
Cheese boards.
Cheese and crackers and stuff. So if you happen to be in the South Glens Falls area of New York.
Shootery?
Sure. Stop in and say hi, because I'm going to be up there all day helping them out. So
Charcuterie mamas. I don't know. Cheese.
Shelley, you can come to the open house here in October.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Shelley, you can come here anytime you want.
Yeah.
Anytime, any day. You all can come. Except if I'm not going to be here. And sadly, somebody messaged me. Well, she commented on something on social media and was like, I'm going to be in New York. Can I stop by your place? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Send me an email. And she mistakenly thought my address, like the return address, which is my home, which really should be changed, is where the shop is, which is closer to Albany. And I was like, no, actually we're in Broad Albany. And the day that you picked, I'm not here. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, next time you're around, like, let me know. And yeah, so most of the time you can go visit us.
Yeah.
Except if you pick the one moment that I'm not going to be here. And we are not in the Albany area per se. I guess it depends on how you look at it. We are more in the Amsterdam, Saratoga, not as close to Albany area.
We're a half hour from Saratoga.
We're a half hour from Saratoga, yes. And Charlie, I think, was going to stay in Saratoga and ended up, no, he stayed in Johnstown, which is like the next town over. Yeah. He said the Holiday Inn was like beautiful. The bed was comfy. So we keep getting hotel recommendations from people that stay, and I add them onto the website, but I don't stay at them. I don't have any association, but they are there. So.
Okay, for the kits, how can I be sure I'm ordering the right one? The drop down has numbers, but the pictures don't. Help!
When you click on one, the picture changes. So when you click on one of the numbers, the picture above changes because they have a picture for each of them. So
everything in the binky is sold?
Binky? Huh? I don't know. Binky?
Vinyl out. Anne, what are you talking about?
I don't know.
I'm confused.
We
are both confused. So if you can clarify, we'll give you an answer, I guess.
Trust me, I'm looking at the bins. There are plenty of kits left over. So unless somebody went and bought like 50 some odd kits while we were here, there were plenty of kits this morning. There were lots of them. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, if you click on the number, the picture will change. So, yeah, so that's all. I think that's everything. So congrats to Adirondack. I knew that I knew it was done.
It's very, I
hadn't
was
seen
up there
it.
the other day and it really looks good.
And I'm pretty sure that I will still be in Paducah, so I can't come. I'll be probably
On the
traveling
30th?
home. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I might be close to home. If I am, I'll stop up because I love charcuteries. So
And wine.
and wine. That
And
too.
and the radio station's going to be there too.
What?
This is a big deal.
This is very big. Radio station's not coming here. Damn.
You didn't offer. You didn't ask.
Guess I have to
You
ask.
probably
them.
would if you asked. Maybe for the open house.
Probably not. We're not that special. I don't know. I'm gonna go shut it down because you probably can't get out of that chair.
Not easily. You have to be careful.
All right. We will see you next week for more of whatever this
For
is.
more of the craziness.
Oh, there it is. I don't know how to.
Bye,
end it.
guys.